Hey, welcome back.
We are back.
Back again. Before we get into what you're here for, we're going to talk about last week real quick. Baba,
Yeah,
you watched a rom-com.
I did watch a rom-com.
I love rom-coms. I think they're one of some of the best movies.
Yeah, usually they're very nice.
Hmm?
Usually it's interesting for a rom-com to end up in a breakup.
They stuck to the title.
Yeah, they didn't stick to the title.
Huh?
They did stick to it. You're right.
Yeah, they because I'm sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm guessing because we know Hollywood. We've reviewed enough movies now that we're starting to. Hollywood has a theme.
Yes.
And it's the good guy usually wins. Blah blah blah.
Right.
You know the theme, especially in like a comedy or especially any kind of comedy.
Especially
romance.
in a rom-com.
Rom-com all the way.
They almost always end up together.
I mean, 90. This is one of the 1%.
Yeah.
This is one of the 1% where it's like.
Can you even think of another one?
I'm trying. That's why I'm like literally like this might be the 1%. I don't know, but there's always an exception to the rule.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, because we talk about it in a stand-up all the time. There's always exceptions to rules.
Yeah.
And this is a movie that's like, oh, you didn't go. I wonder if in the Hollywood pitch meeting someone tried to like, hey, should we? Maybe they.
Yeah. Maybe they work it out.
And it's like, no. I like that it ends on maybe they do. Maybe one day in the future they get together, but maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's life.
I almost think that last scene of them meeting together was kind of added to give those people like that feels very Hollywood to me. It's like, oh, the ending didn't test well.
Now you're talking.
So let me add an extra scene at the end where
give them a little something.
Yeah, where they might get back together and that'll test better with the audience.
Yes, and I still get to keep my theme of the movie. Whoever wrote it, it's a breakup.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. He probably was like, yo, we ending this bitch at the apartment.
Yeah. We
and then credits, and they were like. No,
we can't.
It's Vince Vaughn. We want to sell this.
Yeah, we want to sell this, and it's not like that deep of a movie where you feel.
No, it's a comedy. At the end of the day,
at the end
of the day, it's not even. It's a comedy, but at the end of the day, it's really just Vince Vaughn riffing for an hour and 45 minutes.
You think so?
He's riffing, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga is off the hip.
It was very funny.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I was just for some reason not expecting how funny it was.
The Madden scene, did that get you?
The Chandra bit.
Chandra.
Where she's just the bus driver and the boat driver.
And the boat driver. And she does the same turn.
Same like aggressively
like, turn. I gotta get in that left lane turn.
Yeah. It's I enjoyed that. That was my favorite bit. Because it was just so subtle.
Yeah.
A lot of the jokes weren't over the top in this one.
Did you recognize Justin Long?
I did recognize Justin Long.
You've never seen him in a character like that?
No, I haven't.
Dude, he was like he was like
yeah, I was like, oh, this guy's a good actor.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this guy's
There's another movie on our list.
He's got good timing.
I'm not going to say the name of it, but there's another movie on our list that he plays a cameo in, and I can't wait to bring that one into the realm. Because you're going to be like, this nigga can act. I'd be like, I know, dude. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Where did you go, Justin?
He's, from what I just saw and from the couple things I've seen with him, it just seems like, oh, yeah, he needs kind of that weird character type.
Yeah. But he can do it. I wonder why he... Stop.
The idea of I guess Hollywood for a while tried to push him as a leading man.
They did, and I think he's a character actor.
Yeah. All right, yeah, leading man may not be the right.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with being a character actor. Character actors win Oscars.
And they're like the best part of movies generally.
Dude, come on, and you get way more movies. If you're a lead, your options are a little more limited. Whereas you're a character actor, you can do lots of shit. You know, very few niggas are Samuel Jackson. Where it's just like, dude,
they could just do it.
Character, lead, whatever the fuck. Wait, what movie were we talking about? Oh, The Breakup.
That the guy looked exactly like Tom Brady. And nailed that on the head.
Come on, is it his brother?
I mean, he looked like Tom Brady, if like it's just like his chin was longer. That's the only thing. Like it's like if the actual hits Tom Brady were taking showed up on his body.
Showed up. Yeah. It's like I think it's like Tom Brady like 5 years from now.
Yeah. It's.
He looked insane. Where it's like I saw him and I was like, I don't know what else to call this guy.
Even like mannerisms, just like
the way he talks.
Yeah, it was very.
Where's Tom Brady from?
Tom Brady's from the Bay Area.
Tom Brady's from San Fran?
Yeah. That's why he wanted to be.
He's from the middle of the country boy.
That's why he wanted to be wanted to be a Niners really badly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then that nigga went to Michigan, and then he went even farther.
Yeah. And then the Niners passed him up, and but he would have failed on that team.
We don't know. No, he wouldn't have failed. That nigga's a legend. He's a legend. I mean, regardless of whether he'd have been Dan Marino or himself, legend regardless.
He wouldn't like.
No, I'm saying no. My point.
The team wasn't set up for success.
He would have been a legend on y'all's team anyway. he is great.
Yeah.
he is like undeniably insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. Well, I don't want to get into this now.
We can get into this, bro. What are we doing?
Because like it's a lot of it too.
Beaners,
like,
deal with it.
Yeah,
motherfucker. Sometimes we talk football.
Yeah. I think a bad situation can severely stunt growth in a way that like Tom Brady is a legend who was put with a legendary QB and a legendary what's it called? Coach and on a good team in a good situation. So it gave him a chance to grow. Whereas I think if he's on those Niners teams, bro, you know how like David Carr took a bunch of sacks and it was never the same? It could have been like that easily. You can't
Yes, it would not have been like that.
It's nature and nurture. You need
No,
both. You need absolutely both to become great. You can't be it's not one without the other. Why is
some
you're
niggas are destined. Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
Destined.
Yeah, but being in San Diego, taking all those hits almost derailed his career. He got lucky. He
not? Hold on, though.
Yeah.
The question was not about lucky. That's not the question.
Yeah.
The question was performance.
Yes.
Performance.
But there's also so many.
No.
Absolutely.
But that's not. You're bringing in other shit. I am just talking about performance, nigga. Performing.
Yes.
Drew Brees.
Yes.
Performed.
Yes.
Tom Brady.
Yes.
Would have performed.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that the Niners at the time were like Marty's.
I get what you're saying. They're a bad team.
Yeah.
Marty's. What are you talking about?
I was trying to say.
Come on, give them something, man. We're already, dude. Like, don't go all the way with it.
That's fair. Whatever. Disregard that. But what I'm saying is that the Niners were just a terrible team, and I think anyone at that time would have been shell shocked.
That's retarded to think.
No, it's not retarded to think. I think Alex Smith would have been a much better QB.
Bad quarterbacks haven't played on awesome teams in the history of football. It happens all the time. I mean, great quarterbacks have played on horrible teams. That's happened. You're acting like that's never. You're talking like that's never. That happens. That happens so much. It's crazy. So it's like, what are you? I don't know what you're saying right now.
I'm saying. Well, all I was saying is that on that team,
you're acting like great quarterbacks don't exist on bad teams.
He would have been great. He
would have been great, dude. He's Tom fucking Brady. What are you talking about? Has he had a bad season yet? No. His whole career, other than when he's not played, he has not had a bad season. To think the nigga would have had a bad season is crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to put that on him.
I don't think that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't think that's crazy.
Because then it's like ifs and buts.
If you're in a speculative world, yeah, it's not crazy.
No, you got to give somebody the fair shot. How do we get here? Because we got here, but the point was we got here for a reason. What was the point? The original point.
The guy looks like Tom Brady.
No.
Oh, the point.
There was a point in the movie.
Huh?
There was a point in the movie that got us here.
Oh, we were literally just talking about Tom Brady.
No.
And he looked like he got a bunch of hits, and then we talked about what you asked where he was from.
Oh,
the guy talks like that, and I said he's from the Bay. Yeah, that's how he got here.
That's how we got here. We were talking about something else in the movie. I forgot what it was.
No, we're just talking about the things that you got right, really.
No, there was something. I wish when we look back, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's what it was. Because there was something that now it's in my brain. I can't get it out. I'm sorry, Beaners.
Well, we got derailed there. What else happened in the movie? Jennifer Aniston was super hot. Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
She's fucking.
It's just like Jesus Christ.
Slamming in this, man.
Just do the dishes. I can't get past the fact that like what he was asked to do by his girl and by his brother, it wasn't a lot. Like there's no why he was overwhelmed, I feel, for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, he was going through a lot at work. No, he just had to do the tours and do the logs. You know what I mean? Or like, it wasn't like he had to deal with a lot at home. She seemed like she was happy. She just wanted him to do the dishes. The whole movie is she liked the relationship, minus that one aspect that drove it to the end.
I know.
But it's not like she had a laundry list of other complaints, really.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you get to play Grand Theft Auto.
So just say thank you. That's all she wanted. That's literally all she wanted.
She wanted to say thank you, do the dishes, and then fuck me, and then play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's also like, come on, it's the dishes. Just do them. Because it really isn't when she's like, oh, it'll take 15 minutes. You're hanging out with her. Like, what?
Yeah, bro, we just had a house party. We at least talk about the party.
And you also did nothing for the house party.
You know you did nothing, too.
You know you did nothing.
You know you didn't help. So it's like, bro, I'd be like, oh, wait, if I do the dishes, I'll get away with not helping in the beginning. Sweet deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. As far as like how deals go, it's like, nigga, all right, I'll take that deal. All I have to do is the dishes at the end. She had to do everything else.
Yeah. And you had to get 12 lemons. How do you fuck that up?
Because it does say 12, and you're just like 3. Yo, that's
And
crazy.
that's all she needs.
And that's all she needs. Yo, but that conversation is so funny. The 12 lemon centerpiece. Me and Sam keep bringing it, like calling it back in conversation now, because it is just like a crazy funny thing. A, not to bring them. B, to need them.
To make a 12 lemon centerpiece.
Yo, what are you doing
for your family?
It's like, what are you doing?
Dude, there's 6 people coming over here,
dude. But I get it. It's like, yo, but that's what I asked for. I so get that. It's like, yo, man, but that.
That's true. Yeah, he's not doing much outside of that.
Yeah, but yo, that's such a. Oh, that's really funny, dude. Now that I'm thinking about it, writing wise, great reason to break up.
Yeah,
it's lemons, dude.
Ridiculous. That's
God. How breakups though, because it's like something like that'll happen, nigga.
But
it's
about everything else.
It's about the. Oh my god.
It's about everything else. It's like that's like the culmination of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These lemons.
Yeah. I do think this is what I wish. I do think they missed one scene that I think would have been really funny. So after the Pictionary scene where he starts yelling,
yeah, he's going off on him.
Jason Bateman's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring some people around to show the house and see what they want it."
Yeah,
they could. I think they would have had a really funny scene if Jason Bateman is there showing them the house and they're in a petty fight.
Oh man, montage it too. Different petty. Not even montage, but you know how like they did the video games, like the dates, like they brought. It should have been through the date. It should have been dates. You're right. That would have added another level of comedy to it.
It's just. That's to me. It's like it's almost like they set that up to not use it. There was just there was like a lot of meat on that bone. Like, so I wish, in terms of like what I wish the movie had, I wish I had that because when it did funny scenes, it did funny scenes well. So there was no reason to like not do it. You know what I mean?
I also just love that Vincent D'Onofrio's in this.
Yeah, he's like this weird nervous guy.
Yo, for no reason, bro. No reason. He has he's just a weird nervous dude.
I've only seen him be confident people.
Yeah, detective and a fucking kingpin.
Kingpin, yeah. Detective. Oh, Law and Order.
Yeah. Oh, and an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, and a bad husband. That was one of the funniest, bro. He's so funny as a guy. He's just talking shit to his wife in Men in Black.
But this is the first time I've ever seen him as a not confident person.
Yeah.
He's like shaky and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets on it. It's also, hey man, do your tour logs.
Yeah.
Both things. But you know what? It's good point. Just like they made it simple. It's just like, hey man, this guy just fucking doesn't do shit.
Yeah. It's his like hang up as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just can't get it done. He doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't think about other people at all.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell I like the Favreau line. It was really simple. He was like, how many times have we been to a Sox game?
Yeah, that's a good line.
Because the movie starts at a Cubs game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, ooh.
Brought that back. There's a full circle.
Also, Jon Favreau's, I thought, the funniest person in the movie. Because every bar scene, he made me laugh really hard. Because that nigga was just like...
The brother's the funniest person in the movie.
Oh, her brother, yeah, of course, by far. No, but I forgot about He's like Carmen. He's like, you talking about South Park. It's like, I'm not talking about Carmen. We know Carmen's the best. Yeah, the brother. I mean, dude, we didn't forget to talk about this real quick. Do you recognize him from shit?
Yeah. He's like in everything.
He's in everything. What is it? I don't know his name, but
his name is John Lee Higgins. I looked it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My guy. I knew you would, because I knew you'd see him and be like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't know his name either.
Yeah.
Also, the boss was really funny.
Marilyn Dean,
yeah,
with Edna Mode kind of vibe. Yeah, she's hilarious.
Best joke was the portrait to me. That was that and Charlie.
Oh, her butt. No. I mean,
she has a portrait of herself. A portrait of herself painted.
And she pointed to it like,
like whose is this place?
And she had to answer.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the breakup.
Oh yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah. Hey,
we're back.
Buddies.
You stayed.
Yeah, we're back. We did it.
Guys, I love this fucking movie, man. I love this movie. I'm so excited. I know you guys love this movie too. That's why you fucking are listening to this one. Baba.
What?
Before we get into it, can you tell me really quick?
Okay. So doing something a little different today?
No.
Yeah.
Same thing as always.
Oh, really?
Can you tell me what happens in the feature motion picture 8 Mile?
Oh. Fuck. Okay. So, Eminem.
Let's say, I think you got a base on this one.
Eminem is, just some kid in Detroit.
Okay.
And and he has a bad home life, and it's obvious, or not. Yeah, bad home life.
He really hasn't seen it, guys. This is fucking awesome. Keep going, buddy. I like yours anyway. Keep going.
Yeah, and to escape it, he's writing rhymes. And then he sees this rap battle thing.
Is he white?
No, he's black. No, Asian. It's an Asian.
I like Asian Eminem in this. Because at least let's have a little fun with yours.
For Asian Eminem.
Okay. I like this now. It's a little fun for me too.
Yes, he's a rap battle, and it's like I can do that. And he's on the rap battle circuit. And there's another
circuit. Keep going. I like it. I love your terminology. Keep going.
He's just doing it, and there's another guy, and he's really good. And there's another.
You know
guy.
The other actors are in this?
I know Mekhi Phifer's in
Okay. That's how. I think you know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the lady I forgot, but as soon as you say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, she's in it. Yeah, and it's just as they go up, and it's just a big, they go to the big rap battle. It's a rap battle between the two, and then Eminem wins, and then becomes.
Wait, rap battle between the two of who?
Eminem and Mekhi Phifer.
Oh, they have to battle each other then?
Yeah, they battle.
Oh, fuck.
They work up to battle each other. You can see, and there's like tension that builds, and Asian Eminem's name is B Chopsticks or whatever. and
then he battles him in the end.
Battles in the end, and he wins by making fun of himself.
Wow.
Then he becomes Eminem.
And that is
8 Mile.
Asian version. Asian edit.
Asian Mile.
That is Asian Mile. That is the Great Wall Mile.
I didn't see the first 7 miles. Will I get this one?
I had to look at his camera.
Yeah.
All right. You ready, chopsticks?
Yeah.
What are you going?
B Chopsticks.
B Chopsticks. I like that. Yeah. That's great. Because you know his name. All right, you know his right name. You know some clues.
Yeah,
you had some clues. But as always, spot on. Perfect. As always.
54 for 54, baby.
Dude, you never miss.
I'm a Hall of Famer, man.
All righty. Credits roll. Movie starts with credits. Okay. Old school hip hop starts playing. Like old school shit. Not even old, like 90. I said it like it was a hip. No. Because I guess let me clarify. Like 90s hip hop. All right. So like hard shit's playing, okay? Like good old school shit. 8 Mile. Credits still rolling. All right. And then we hear that the intro beat that is the theme and score of our movie. You know this song. Oh, classic song.
John Williams, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess I have to explain all of it. All right.
Yeah, John Williams, the soundtrack for this, right? That's why it's so famous.
Lose Yourself. So, we see our. It's not like the Lose Yourself beat. It's like the beat before that beat. It's like the little beat before that beat, but it's just like a little bit of it. All right. And then we see our lead. We see M. All right. He's in the bathroom. He's staring at himself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And he's fucking getting loose. And he's fucking rapping and shit. And he's looking himself in the mirror. He's got headphones on. And you know what I'm saying? And the fucking that fucking old school hip hop. The old school like over that thin beat is still the old school like rap going over that. You know what I mean? And, the music's blaring, blah, blah, blah. The credits keep rolling. Someone bangs on the door. Hear Eminem go, hold on a minute, man. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on a fucking minute, man. And then he looks scared and he throws water on his face, right? And then he takes his headphones off and then, like, the movie snaps into reality. You know what I mean? Like, the score, and it's just like, and, like, you hear all the, like, you hear. I love when, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's great. Yeah. And so, and then he's looking in the mirror and he's like, and he's fucking nervous. And then he goes and he throws up all in the bathroom, okay? You knew, you kind of knew that, right?
It's the song.
The song.
The song. I know that.
So, throws up all in the bathroom. Someone keeps banging. He fucking comes out of the room. Detroit, 1995, comes across the screen. Okay, so he busts out the bathroom. All right, and and he goes and he busts down the hallway and he's going like to the thing and security stops him. He goes, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I'm backstage." And the security goes, "Go out front." And he goes, "You just saw me, man. I just came out of here." He's like, "Out front." He's like, "Bro, you just fucking saw me, dog. Come on." And he's like, "Man, get the fuck out of here, little man." And he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And he starts going, I'm like, "Dude, what? I gotta get back there. I'm battling." It's like, "Man, get the fuck out. You ain't battling." And he's like, "Bro, you just..." And he starts going back and forth. And the security's like looking at, and then right then Mekhi Phifer comes up. And his name's Future. He's like, he's like, yo, what's going on here, man? He's like, "Bro, I was just backstage and now this fucking dude's not even letting me back." And Eminem's freaking out. And then the guy's like, "Man, what the fuck's wrong with your boy, man?" And Future's like, he's like, "Hey, man, it's cool. And he's like, "He with you, Future?" And Future's like, "Yeah, he's with me." He's all right. Well, tell him to calm his fucking little ass down next time. And it was just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just like already, just to like, this is his life, kind of, stacked against him always. So he goes in and
he's
like,
a good actor, isn't he?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. I get why he only did this. I guess he was like, "Man, I'm doing this," and that's it.
He did this, and then he was great in the interview.
Oh, dude, he was great in the interview.
It was great in the interview.
Great in his little funny people.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Who wins now, future Derek?
No! That one's going to come back to bite me. Episode 147.
Yeah.
If I nail that, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, if you nail that, I'm going to be mad if you don't. Just so you know.
So, they, where was I? Fuck. Where was I? You told me where I was.
Staffed against him, Future comes and says, and the security guard lets him back there.
Okay, so now, he's Future's like, man, what are you fighting security guards now? He's like, come on, man, what the fuck? He wouldn't let me, like, he's just already, you can tell he's just nervous. He's just like manic energy, you know what I mean? He's nervous as fuck. And then, right then, they're talking for a minute and you can see their boys, right? And then Future goes, oh man, you threw up all over yourself. And he looks down and he's like, fuck. And then he busts outside. He goes back outside now, right?
Yeah.
And he runs outside and all his boys are out there like, yo, what's up, Rabbit? And then he runs past him and they're like, what's wrong? And he's like, move, Cheddar. And it's like this white guy who's another friend of theirs. And then and then the Future guy's like, he threw up on his shirt and then all his friends like start laughing, right? And then they're like, oh, it don't matter, Rabbit. You're going to whoop some ass tonight anyway, dog. And then while they're saying that, they kind of like all stop and they notice he's like moving a dumpster. And then he grabs a garbage bag behind it and he starts going through it. And they're like, what? And he looks up and he's like, me and Janine broke up. And they're all like, damn. You know what I mean? And he goes, I left her the car. And then they go, come on, Rabbit. And he goes, well, she said she was pregnant, man. What do you want me to do? And then he goes, I need a place to crash tonight. And then they go, you going to stay at your mom's? And then they all start laughing at him, right? And he goes, man, can I get some privacy, dog? And then and then Future's like, man, get out of here. And they go walk off and he starts talking to him. And then he looks up at the Mekhi Phifer dude. He's like, yo, man, if something's going to happen, it needs to happen now. It needs to happen right now, man. I can't keep doing this, you know? And then he goes, all right, I understand. He goes, you feel good? And he's like, yeah, I feel good. And he's like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm sure. He's like, all right. So they come into the club like a fighter in the ring, right? Like all his boys are around him. Like, you got this. Come on, Rabbit. You got this, Rabbit. So he comes in, and then we see Anthony Mackie on stage.
That's who he battled.
Papa Doc.
Yeah. Okay.
So Falcon. And he's killing some dude on stage. He's freestyling. He's just murdering some dude. Crowd goes nuts. Future lets the crowd pick Mekhi Phifer, and they pick Papa Doc.
Right.
And so they're like, oh, Papa Doc goes on to the next round. Easy, right? So they go, next. He goes, next up, we got B Rabbit, Bunny Rabbit, and Little Tick, who is Little Tick. The guy who plays this Little Tick guy is the rapper Proof in real life, who is Eminem's friend who actually died. Eminem made all, like toy soldiers. Who's Proof's a great rapper, you know what I mean? But this is the actual guy. He's in this movie.
So he dies after this movie.
Yeah.
Very, very close to that movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Like right after, because that's when
Toy Soldiers
and all
came out
that. Yeah,
time.
yeah. You remember when he was making those songs about like a guy that died in his crew?
I remember Toy Soldiers.
It's this guy.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers and Mockingbird. They were like,
he had a couple songs about
being really sad.
Yeah. His best friend died. This was his best friend from the beginning.
Oh shit.
This is the guy that was with him from the beginning. Okay.
Oh shit. What got him? Leukemia?
No. I think it was a leukemia covered bullet.
Yeah. Rappers never die of leukemia.
Don't you put that on Jay-Z.
Well, you just put it out on Jay-Z.
No! I'm sorry.
Future Derek.
I'm sorry, J.B. Blue Ivy and the others.
And the others.
I don't know everybody. So B Rabbit, like, right, like, they go, next up is like Bunny Rabbit. So he walks to the stage, bro, and he's getting just like, they're not even letting him really to the stage.
Yeah,
like, it's like,
he's a white
just
guy,
trying
right?
to get through, excuse me. It's just like, like, damn, this just looks like embarrassing. And it's like it's all hood niggas. And it's not like corny. It's like, looks real. Everything looks real. You know what I mean? And so he's just trying to get through. And then the Proof guy looks at him. He goes, I'm going to murder this man. Everybody's like, they're like already like, fuck this white dude. You know what I mean? And then he proceeds to also destroy him, okay?
Oh, Eminem gets destroyed?
By this guy. The guy goes first. So the guy, Eminem wins the toss and picks for him to go first.
Right.
Okay? And so the guy goes first and he's saying how, just killing about how white he is. And then he's like, just says, how Detroit is like, and this is Detroit and like 16 miles that away and like just all these just white references, right? And just killing them. Crowd goes nuts. So he goes, and then, and also he's shitting on Future too. He says, because he knows they're friends. And he knows he got him in the battle. So he's like, it's like a rap, he's going, he's killing him. He's just killing him, okay? And so Future's like, looking at like, man, fuck this dude, because he's the host of this shit, you know what I mean? And so he goes, all right, crowd goes, all right, nice job, little bitch. Little tick, and everybody kind of laughs. And then he goes, next up, we got Bunny Rabbit. Crowd, boo, boo. Immediately just boo him, dude. And then he goes, grabs, hey, I vouch for this motherfucker, man. He's a genius. He's a fucking genius, all right? Here we go, DJ, 45 seconds, kick that shit. Come on, B-Rabbit. You know, beat stick kicks in, and then Rabbit's staring at the crowd. He's staring at him. Boo, boo, boo. Bro, they let this scene ride. This scene it feels like a legit, bombing, because we both bombed. And if you know bombing, this scene got it right. You can feel the heat on his neck. You know what I mean? Boo, the camera's right on back. Boo. His friends were like, come on, B, Rabbit. Say, come on, B, Rabbit. And just boo, and he's looking at him. And then they're like, everybody, choke. I mean, full house, packed house. Choke.
I think that doesn't have to do with your bombing.
No, I haven't gotten choke yet.
Yeah,
I've gotten yelled at. I've gotten
the whole crowd yelling choke.
I've gotten the whole crowd talking over me.
Oh, that's real.
That one sucks, dude.
That's real. That's a completely powerless feeling.
Yep, because it ain't no way to win that back.
Nope. You just push your energy and you're getting nothing in return.
And now they're pushing energy on you. Yeah. And it's like, oh boy.
Oh, God.
Anyway, back to our bomb.
Yeah, back to this bomb.
Choke.
Which gave us PTSD flashbacks.
Oh, dude, that's how serious this bomb was. Yeah. I mean, this scene got it right. They really let you feel it. And then he stands us out, and then he finally just runs off stage, and then the crowd cheers. Yeah. They go nuts. You know what I mean? Ooh. So finally, Future, he's leaving. Future chases him down, right? And all his friends, they're all behind him. And then Future goes, hey, man, hey. And he's like, he goes, hey. He hugs him. You know what I mean? Mackay Pfeiffer guy, and he's like, don't worry about it, dog. I'll call you tomorrow, all right? And B-Rabbit's like, all right, And then he goes to leave, and his friends are like, don't worry about it. You'll get it next time, B-Rabbit. You'll kill it next time, B-Rabbit. And he's like, yeah, man. And he walks away with his garbage bag full of clothes down this alley, which is the poster of this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, peace out, B-Rabbit. And then he holds the peace sign up behind his head and just keeps walking, right? And then he holds like a bunny, like peace sign down to bunny ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As he keeps walking, right? He rides the bus home, and then that incredible just score to this movie. I mean, that's why this movie won that Oscar for the song. Also because it was just the score. You know what I mean? It was the theme of the movie. So you just hear it slightly playing while he's on the bus, and he's just fucking broken after this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we see him after that. We see him walking in a trailer park, and then he opens the door to this trailer, and his mom is getting fucked on the couch.
Oh, jeez. That sucks.
By Michael Shannon. Great actor. He's in this. His mom's Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Also great actor.
That's the name.
And then she goes, oh, Rabbit. And then he closes the door and he's like, fuck. And he walks outside, right? And so he's just sitting on the car. And then finally later the mom comes out and she's like, you okay, baby? And he's just like, yeah, I'm all right. And then she's like, don't you think you should have knocked or called? And he goes, phone's disconnected. And she goes, well, I'm working on it, Rabbit. And he's just like... And then she goes, well, what are you doing here, Rabbit? And he goes, and then right then he's about to answer. And then the Michael Shannon guy comes out and he goes, how about knocking? Right? He's such a great actor, bro. He's a piece of shit in this.
Oh.
So he goes, right then he goes, me and Janine just broke up. And then the mom's like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. And then Shannon goes, why? She fucking somebody else? And he looks at him. And then,
Jesus.
Yeah. And then he goes, yo, man, I just need a place to stay for a few weeks. And then, the Shannon guy's like makes fun of him more like an asshole, and then he's like, you and all your fucking loser friends living at home with their mama. And then he goes, man, hey, fuck you. And he throws a beer bottle at him. Eminem, right?
Jesus.
Yo, Eminem's not a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker in this, dude.
Yeah.
Throws a beer bottle, just a meat, just ready to go, He's like, man, fuck you, man. And then they get in each other's face. He's like, what's your problem, man, Gray? And then they're about to start. He's like, man, what's your fucking problem, you fucking bitch? And then Eminem's about to swing, and then right then a little girl comes out, and she goes, hey. And then he looks over, and he goes, hey, Lily. And it's cute little white girl, right? He's like, Lily, baby, come here. Hey, baby. And then she goes, you woke me up, He goes, oh, I'm sorry, baby. And he grabs her, and then she goes, can you sing to me? He's like, yeah, I'll sing to you. Let's go to bed. And then he goes, of course. And then he starts walking in the room, right? And this nigga goes, I know this girl. Name is Lily. And it's past her bed. Time. Bro, this nigga, then he goes on to proceed to do a full nursery rhyme, and it's fire.
Bars. Yeah.
Bars, dude. I mean, he is so, I'm watching this nigga like, yo, he is so fucking talented. Because he wrote it. It ain't no, he did that.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Killed it in the nursery rhyme, right? So you're just setting up slowly. I like how that's the first little nugget of how good of he can rap.
Rapper,
Yeah. It's like, we're going to give you a little taste right here, all right?
I mean, if he has to come out of this, he has to be good.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you coming out of real shit like that? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There ain't no choice. That sharpens steel right there, baby.
That's the only way. That's the only way you can get through.
So right then the next, like, he comes out, the mom says how like he puts her to bed, how if he's gonna live here, you know, you gotta get along with my boyfriend, blah blah blah. She goes, you can't mess this up for me. You know, you can't mess that relationship up for me. And he's like, yo, I need a ride to work in the morning. And then she holds up a pair of keys and she goes, like, smiles at him, and then he's like, you gonna let me borrow the car? And she goes, nope. And she throws them at him. She goes, it's your birthday present. He goes, my birthday's not for 2 weeks. And she goes, yeah, but you're still my little rabbit. And he's like, smiles, and he goes to bed, right?
Yeah.
So the next morning, right, he's starting the car, doesn't work. He's like, fuck! You know what I mean?
That's funny. That's a crazy thing to do to your son.
Oh, dude. I love this, like, just like this nigga, it's hard.
Sucks.
Yeah, dude.
It just like fucking blows.
So he starts walking, right? And then right then another homie walks up, like another homie of his, this other guy, and his name is Wink. Okay. He's like, yo, what up, man? And then he's like, yo, I heard about you and Janine, dog. Sorry. And he's like, yeah, they hug. And then he goes, man, I gotta get to work. And then he starts walking with him. And the Wink's guy is telling him, yo, you got to get out those bullshit battles with Future, blah, blah, blah. And he tells him, he's like, yo, because you're the future and you're going to be the next big thing, but you got to just start working on other things with me and blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about those fucking battles. They don't get you nowhere. You know what I mean? And he says how he's got a job down at the radio station, and he's the one who helped start this other rapper's career that just blew up. And Eminem's like, for real? And he's like, yeah, man, he's on the radio now. You heard him? And Eminem's like, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I helped him. I'm the one that got the nigga out of flipping burgers at Mickey D's. That was me. He's like, damn, for real? And then he says how, and he's like, man, if they liked him, wait till they get a load of B Rabbit. He was like, I'm building an empire, man. And I'm starting with you. And he goes, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, man, we'll talk later. And then B Rabbit gets on the bus. Okay. So B Rabbit puts on some headphones, and then the beat kicks in. I love this scene. The beat kicks in heavy, right when he puts the headphones on, and it's just this dope ass beat. All right, and then he's looking out the window, and he's just letting the beat ride for a minute, right, and then it's just like, and he's just like, I'm gonna make it. Like, you hear, it's like he's not saying anything. You see him writing, but you hear him rapping. And he's like, I'm gonna make it anyway. Feel like Steel might. He's like, Steel might. You know, Steel right. Wanna jump on stage and just kill mics, and he's. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, nigga, it's so hard. Like, you know, and he's just like in his head, you know? And then he's like, still white, hate my life.
Damn.
Break lights with stage fright. And he's just like scribbling kind of, bro. And it's just like, but you hear like him, and it's like the way it's paced is like how it would probably come.
I'm song would be paced.
Oh, I mean, how it probably would write. He's writing it. Okay, you know what I mean? So it's paced like, still white, hate like, you know that, like, ooh, it's so hard. So he's at his job, and it's this factory like stamping place, like a shitty job. You know what I mean? Straight up factory place. And he sees his boss, and his boss comes up and he goes, "Hey, Manny," and then he goes, "You were late today, Smith." And he goes, "Hey, man, it wasn't my fault." Blah blah blah. And he goes, "Hey, I don't want to hear all that." And he goes, "Well, I know this might not be a good time, Manny, but I need some extra shifts, man. I really need the money." And he goes, "You shitting me?" And then the guy looks at another guy. He goes, "Hey, Frank. Is he shitting me?" And Frank goes, "What?" And he just ignores him and goes, I want a power move. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to get somebody's attention for no reason.
Yeah. That's a boss thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a power tripping boss.
Uh-huh. And then he goes, "You just started working here. You're about to get fired." And he goes, "If you're late again, I'm firing you." You know what I'm saying? And then right then, some bad bitch walks up, and it's Brittany Murphy.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. And she says how she's looking for somebody, and then Eminem's like, "I'll take you." And then he goes, "I don't think so, Smith." And he goes, "Follow me, young lady." And then he takes her, right? And then as they walk by, he like flicks him off, and then she turns and sees it, and he's like, and then she's like, and then he's like kind of smiles, right? And then she walks off.
Right.
You know, they have like a little moment. So back home, B Rabbit's working on the car. Okay. This is later that day. He's working on the car. Future is sitting in the Macaw 5, he's sitting in the driver's seat, right? Just like with the window down talking to him. Sweet Home Alabama is blasting in the house. You know, Sweet Home Alabama. Like this. So you hear it loudly throughout the scene as they're working on this car. They're talking and you just hear it. And then and you hear the Greg guy yelling it. Like he's just yelling it, right? So they're trying to talk and it's just the song's blast and the Future goes, "Man, who the fuck is that?" And then Eminem goes, "Greg Buell." And then he goes, no. Greg Buell from high school is fucking your mom? And Eminem's just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. And he's like, Sweet Home Alabama. And you hear him singing it, right? And Future just starts laughing. He goes, well, Jimmy moved in with his mother. Because he ain't got no place to go. And then Eminem smiles and he goes, and now I'm right back in the gutter with a garbage bag that's full of clothes. And then they both laugh. And then Future goes, hey, check this. Because you live at home in a trailer. And then he goes, and then Eminem goes, what the hell am I going to do? Yeehaw. Yeah. I live at home in a trailer. And Eminem's like, Mom, I'm coming home to you. And then this nigga kicks a dope freestyle about everything that's shitty in his life at the moment. It's so dope. I can't even remember. It's so dope. You know, I'm a butcher right now, but it's amazing freestyle.
This is a musical.
Oh, it's amazing. That's why this movie is up for Oscars, right? I mean, this movie's amazing, dude.
This is a musical.
So good.
This is like a really dark
with
musical.
Dope rap.
Yeah. It's like if Hamilton had good rap.
Okay, this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie because that just comes out of nowhere and it's like, oh, that's so funny. You know what I mean? So
this is what Hamilton wanted to be.
This is what Hamilton wanted to be. So right then, after they do that, Future goes, hey, Jimmy, you know there's another battle next week. I'm signing you up. And then Eminem goes, don't, man. Like dead serious, don't. You know? And he goes, yo, but once they hear you, I'm telling you, you're going to win. And 313 will have all the street cred we need to be like a legit thing. And then right then he goes, look, man, I don't know. Wink was saying how he might be able to get me a deal and blah, blah, blah. And then Future's like, yo, Wink is talking shit. And he starts shitting on the Wink guy. I go, man, he's full of shit. Don't listen to him. He's a liar. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then right then Shannon comes out and he starts bothering them, like just yelling shit at him. And then he goes back in. And then Future goes, yo, is he retarded? And he goes, man, he got in a car accident. He's waiting on some big settlement check. Whatever. You know what I mean? They kind of like brush it off. Yeah. So right then they fix the car, right? And it works. And then Future's like, yo, we going out tonight, son. Hell yeah. And then he goes, you got to fuck last night and forget about it. And he goes, man, I don't know. He goes, trust me, we're going out tonight. You're going to have fun. And he's like, all right. And then he goes, what about, and then because earlier Future was talking about how he has to get straight with the Lord. And he goes, what about you getting straight with the Lord? And then Future goes, it's Saturday. I'll get straight with the Lord on Sunday, baby.
It's a good day to get straight with the Lord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so the right then it cuts to them in the car and they're listening to Biggie's Juicy. Right. You know what I mean? That's just blaring. And they're all smoking weed. And it's just him and his boys. It's Future. So this is his crew. It's Future, Rabbit. They're in the front. And in the back, you got this really big guy named Saul, who you'll recognize as actor in a lot of shit. Big dude. Cheddar, this white dude. All right.
Yeah, that's from earlier.
Mm-hmm. And the big guy's brother, who is like this like woke, conscious guy. Okay. You know, like that kind of guy, the conscious brother kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like that, all right? So,
did he say brother a lot? Like,
well, yeah,
I imagine.
Not even that, more like a daishiki kind of nigga.
Okay.
Like he has like an African.
He has an African.
Not like, you know, and it's like everything's like.
Does he talk about back in Africa?
No, not even that. Just like everything is like systematic. Okay. Almost like a Black Panther kind of guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But not that different vibe.
The system is the reason for everything.
Yeah. That kind of vibe. So, they all talk about how like all the things that they're gonna do, right? That they want, and then the woke brothers like how he wants to get money so he can get credit and get financial stability and all these like things, like, you know what I mean, for the system, you know, like shit like that, right?
He wants to play the system.
And then the other guy's like, fuck his brother. Like, we just got to go platinum and then get all the bitches. And then, you know, Future's like, no, we got to get 313 on the map. That's what we got to do. And then B-Rap is just laughing while they're all talking all this shit, right? And then right then the big dude pulls out a paint gun. Like a paintball gun. And then they're like, they all go nuts. And then he holds it out the car and then he shoots this like cow on top of a restaurant, right? And, and then Future's like, Mekhi Phifer's like, give it to me. And he grabs it and then he rolls down his window, and then they pull up on like a corner store, and then he shoots some like he shoots at some guys on the corner store, and they freak out. They're like, oh shit, and then they, man, fuck you, man, because like, you know, they thought they were gonna die.
Yeah. This is a crazy way to have fun.
Yeah. So Eminem's like, oh, give it to me, and then Future takes the wheel, right? And so he leans out the window of the thing of his side now. His like butt's on the thing. He's like this, right? And Future's got the wheel, and he's holding the gas like that, right? He's driving. They're driving by a bus, big bus. And they're like, oh, hit the bus. And he's about to shoot the bus. And then they go past it. And then he sees a cop car. And he's like, And they all go, no, 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 pop, pop, pop. Hits it. And then he gets back in the car and they're like, oh my God, you're fucking crazy, man. What the fuck? And then right then, whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. Of course.
So,
oh God, that's like a scary thing to do. Jesus Christ.
yeah, so they're all like, oh fuck, toss the weed. So they throw the weed out the car, and then right then the music stops. The Juicy song starts playing. They go, what the fuck? And then they go, Rabbit, what are you doing? He goes, dude, the fucking car just died. And they go, no. And so the car is now just rolling. And so he turns it down a corner, and then the car just kind of rolls, and it finally comes to a stop, and they all get down, and they're like, man, I told you motherfuckers not to do this shit. They was like, shut up. And they get down, and you woo, 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 woo. And then it goes right by them, right? And they all raise up, and they go, man, you were scared. You were scared. And they all like start laughing, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you all should have been scared. That was wild. Oh my God, that was wild.
They're also like all in their late 20s and 30s, like to be doing some shit. Like,
yeah, like, dude, how are you not afraid?
It's our age to be doing some shit like that. You're crazy. So they're standing outside while B-Rabbit works on the car, and the conscious brother is talking about this abandoned building that they're looking at in Detroit, and how it's bullshit, and how all these abandoned buildings are in Detroit, and how that's how that crackhead was able to rape that little girl. He just took her to one of these. It was really easy. You know what I mean? How they shouldn't even be here, and if they were in a different part of town, they wouldn't, and all this shit. You know what I mean? And then the other dude changes the conversation to just how hot B-Rabbit's mom is. And then they start talking about that, and then Rabbit goes, shut the fuck up, man. I hear everything. He slams the thing, and he fixes the car, right? And it works. And they all they get excited, and they head off, okay? So they pull into a parking lot. One of the best scenes in this movie. They pull into a parking lot, bro. Parking lot is packed.
Right.
All right, packed. And it's a rap circle formed, okay? And Rabbit, like they all get out the car. Rabbit puts his hood up, and Future's like, you cool? He's like, yeah, I think I'm good. And then Cheddar's like, yo, you the man, Rabbit. Fuck that, And he's like, and then Future's like, come on, man, redemption time. And you can see he looks really nervous, right? And they start walking up, and they get close to this circle, and this girl is killing this flow inside the circle. It's not like a battle. It's just
like a cipher.
Freestyle. Yeah, just cipher. Just fucking going off. You know what I mean? She's ripping it, right?
I know some stuff.
I know you know some stuff. And then right then Future walks up and he goes, oh, 313 in the house, 313 in the house. And they all start saying what's up to everybody, right? And then Future starts it off. He goes, you're forced to listen to the metaphysical, heterosexual. And he starts ripping it, right? He's like, words that'll boil you, murder you. I keep a white boy or two. Let my man grab the mic. You see what Bunny Rabbit do. And they all look over and they be Rabbit's like nervous as shit, right? And they're all looking at him. He's like, come on, Rabbit. And then the beat's still going. He's like, come on, man. Come on, Rabbit. Come on. And then right then Cheddar pushes him. So now he's like inside the middle of the circle, right?
He's got good friends.
Yeah, bro. And they know. They're like, bro, you do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when you know someone like, bro, if you do it, it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
So they're like, do it. And he looks nervous, and then Future's like, man, check this nigga. He's like, and everybody's like, watch this nigga. Come on, watch this nigga. Come on, Rabbit. Go, you got this, man. And he's like, all right, speed the beat up. Rabbit looks, he goes, all right, look. Your style is generic. Mine's authentic made. I roll like a renegade. Unique clinic aid. And then Future's like, face starts getting like, he goes, my technique's bizarre and ill. I scar and kill. You were a star until I served you like a bar and grill. And everybody's like, oh. He's like, that's all it took to kill you. He's like, that's all. He's like, that's all it took to kill you. You better recognize me like I look familiar. And then everybody's like, oh,
that's a good line.
He's like, you want to battle? You beat her around the bush like you're scared to eat pussy, so you lick around the tush. Oh, and everybody's like, what the fuck? Because he's going off, dude. You know what I mean? And then he keeps fucking killing it, right? And he keeps killing it. And then right then his big friend just goes, he stops him. He goes, now I'm the daishiki smoking the leaky. 10 freaky girls, you best to believe me. And he's like, hey, this ain't a game and pimping ain't easy. Anything goes. And everybody's like, when it comes to hoes.
It's great.
Oh, dude, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
He's like, you better ask someone if you don't know, because when you see me on the street, go, what up, though? It's 10 freaky girls. And he gets everybody to go, 10 freaky girls. It's dope, bro.
Yeah.
And then right then you see this black truck come up, and then all the Papa Doc and all his gang get out, and they're called right, and they're all in black.
Yeah.
All right. And everybody looks because it gets quiet, and then it's like a bunch. It's like 8 of them, right? And then a dude gets up on the thing. One of the guys, he stands up on a car, and he goes, "Hey, yo, Papa Doc and all the leaders of the free world are in the house, and we'll battle any of you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And then Future looks up, and he goes, man, and he like whispers to Cheddar, man, fuck the free world, like that. And then Cheddar goes, yeah, fuck the free world. And then the guy goes, fuck the free world? Man, and then he starts rapping about all of them. Killing him.
Just this guy.
Yeah. He goes, man, look at your man's soul. Because that's the big guy's name. Man, look at your man's soul. You're fucking so fat, if I punch your pork chops will fall out your asshole. Just like going through. And then he goes, and look at Future. And then Future goes, hey, check yourself. And it stops, right? And then Papa Doc goes, well, what you gonna do about it, faggot? And then Future's like, man, who you calling a faggot, motherfucker? And then Eminem grabs him, right? And then right then, the other guy standing on the car goes to Eminem, he goes, hey, what about you, Elvis? You need to take your whack ass shit back across 8 Mile. I saw your choke act at the shelter last night. And Eminem goes, and runs right at him, grabs this nigga's feet. Bam! Guy slams. Boom, brawl breaks out. Bro, Eminem he's like, yo, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Don't talk shit to me, because I go from 0 to fight. Yeah. No argue.
Yeah, Jesus.
Bro, I love just fucking, yo, fuck you, dog. You know what I mean? And then right then as this fight's breaking out, you see Papa Doc pull out a gun. He pulls out a gun, and then the Wink guy, who was with the Free World guys, right? You see, he grabs Papa Doc, goes, put that shit away, man. What are you doing? You don't need that shit. What are you doing? Put that shit away. And then Cheddar, you see him kind of notice that shit, right? And so the fight kind of calms down. Everybody like breaks it up. Everybody's like, hey, we're cool. Everybody cool? All right, man, let's calm this shit down. Everybody leaves, right?
Right.
So everybody goes to a club. They all go to a club.
Right.
And the Wink guy shows him, and he's handing out flyers to his show, and he's talking to the Free World guys. And then Future and the big dude are spitting game to this girl, right? And then B-Rabbit, he notices that hot Brittany Murphy girl dancing, right? He notices her. And then he also noticed her when he was freestyling in the parking lot. He saw she was there. She was there, yeah. And so Wink comes up to the Wink guy. He comes up to their table, and he's apologizing for being with the Free World guys. He's like, hey, but I'm just trying to get them to come to my show. They're rappers too, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but B-Rabbit, you're my friend, and I don't want to make you mad at me, dog. And B-Rabbit's like, man, just do what you want. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then Future and the big dude, they leave like to go with this girl. All right?
All right.
So and the conscious brother's hating on him. He's like, hey, sister, respect yourself. And then the big brother just goes, pow, slaps the shit out that nigga in the back of the head.
What are you talking about?
You're like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah.
So
the big guy's a feminist.
Yeah.
She has her own agency. Do what she wants.
Do what she wants. Yeah. So Wink, right then, he's sitting with Rabbit, and then he notices Rabbit's ex at the club. He goes, hey, yo, ain't that Janine? And then Rabbit looks at her, and he sees her over there like she's having a good time. And he's like, yo, I got to get out of here. And he gets out, right? And he just goes outside. Now he's sitting on a car.
Is Janine someone I recognize?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's been in a lot of movies.
Okay.
So he's sitting on a car, and then he's got his headphones on. He's just like rapping to himself. You know what I mean? Like writing shit down. And then right then the hot ass Brittany Murphy chick comes out, and she comes up to him, right? And she goes, you're Jimmy Smith Jr., yeah? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, my name's Alex. And he goes, hi. And he goes, you ever find that guy you were looking for at my job? And she goes, oh, that was my brother. And he goes, oh yeah? And he goes, and she goes, oh yeah? And she goes, so I hear you're a dope rapper. And he goes, who told you I was a dope rapper, right? And then she goes, well, word gets around. Well, if you so dope, why are you working at that stamping job? And then he goes, your brother works there. And she goes, yeah, my brother's a loser. And then he goes, what do you do? And she goes, oh, I do dishes at some place. He goes, oh, wow, yeah, you bust dishes. Oh, wow, yeah, you judge me? And she goes, well, that doesn't matter. She goes, I won't be there long. I'm going to New York. I just won this modeling thing last month. I'm just trying to get enough money to book a ticket to get the fuck out of here. And then right then you hear somebody go, hey, yo, Rabbit. Right? And then Wink comes up and he asks if him and the girl, it's Wink, and he comes up and he goes, hey, if you and your girl want to come to, this new after hour spot that I got? And then she's like, let me go ask my friends. And then she walks off, right?
Right.
And then Eminem's like, what after hour spot do you got? And he goes, my house. And he goes, what about your mom's? He goes, she's got a night job now. Dude, these guys are losers. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. It's just like, I didn't know that as a kid when I saw this. Now I'm watching it like, oh, the perspective is so like,
yeah.
Oh, they weren't doing well.
No.
So right then the girl comes back, and then she's like, well, can me and a couple of my friends ride with you? And then he's like, Yeah, and then right then it cuts to more Biggie's playing like "fuck bitches, get money." I love that he's like the theme of this,
Yeah.
And so they're in the car and he just blasts, and it's just a bunch of them all stuffed in the car now with girls and everything.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "How'd you get the name Big Rabbit? Name B Rabbit?" And then Future goes, "He's fast and he fucks a lot." And then everybody laughs, right? And then she asks if he signed, and then right then the Wink guy's in the car and he answers for him and saying how he's about to get signed and all this shit. And then it shows Future and he's just like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just talking shit. You know what I mean? And so and then Future goes, "Hey man, fuck all that shit he's talking about. You really want to see B Rabbit come to the battle this week?" And then right then the guy goes, "He's the best." And then the girl goes, "Oh, when is the battle?" And then B Rabbit's like, and he goes, "Friday night, come through." And you can see B Rabbit's just like, and she's like, "Oh, I'll be there." And she looks at him and he's like, and then he gets out.
Damn, he has great friends. Oh my God.
He gets out the car and he looks and he goes, "Hey bro." And they're walking up to something. He goes, "No way I'm battling." To Future now. He's like talking. He's like, "No way I'm battling." And then he goes, "Man, I know you're gonna battle if she's there." And then he goes, "Look, bro, I'm not saying I'm not, but just don't push me, man."
Yeah.
He's dead. Eminem's acting so good because he's like, he's not joking. He's dead fucking serious every scene. You know what I mean? Where he's intense. Like, don't push me, man. And then Future's like, "Hey, I think every once in a while everybody needs to get pushed." And then he pushes him a little bit, and then Eminem kind of pushes him back, and then he goes, "Yeah, And then he pushes him really hard, and then they all start kind of laughing, and then they all joke, and then they run in the house, right? Music starts playing, and then they're kind of just sitting, and they're just watching him and Future are watching the girls kind of dance. They're all dancing in the house and shit. And so Eminem looks at Future and he goes, "Man, did y'all both smash that girl a second ago? Did y'all fuck her?" And then Future looks at him and he goes, he's smoking weed. He goes, "I'm a sinner." Bro.
Great line.
So Cheddar asks so right then Cheddar walks up and he asks some girl to dance. And she's like, "No, I'm okay." And he goes, "I saw you with Papa Doc earlier, blah, blah, blah." And then she goes, "Oh, you mean Clarence?" And then Eminem just kind of hearing this. And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "How you know him?" And he goes, "Clarence went to Cranbrook. It's my high school, blah, blah, blah." And then right then Future starts going off about how Wink is talking bullshit about the demo and he needs to get battle so he can get the clout for 313 and all this shit, right?
Right.
And then right then it cuts to the conscious guy and he's talking about abandoned buildings and blah, 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 and how they need to like go get rid of this one that's near their place. And then Future and Eminem are like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Man, that abandoned building, that little girl got raped. That's bullshit, blah, blah, blah." And then Cheddar looks at Eminem and he goes, "It could have been Lily, Rabbit." And then Rabbit's like, he looks at Future and Future's like, cut to, they're in this abandoned house and they're dumping gasoline all through it, bro.
I like this.
Yeah, they're dumping gasoline all through this abandoned house, right? And B Rabbit, as they're doing this, they're all upstairs. The other guys run downstairs and he notices like a family picture and he's kind of just looking at it and you can tell it kind of like fucks him up, He's just looking at this family picture. And then downstairs, everybody's like, "Hey, who has a light? Who has a light?" And then the Cheddar guy goes, "I got one," and he lights it and then just throws it and they all go, "No!" And then just while they're all still in the house. So they all run outside and then B Rabbit looks downstairs. He goes, "Hey," and the flames are because they put gasoline. Just come. He's like, yo, what the fuck, guys? Flames coming. And then he like fucking looks for a place and then finally finds a window. And then he gets out and then he runs off to a kind of like a ledge or part of the window. And then he jumps down in a car and then he like gets out and he's looking. And it's just like, I like that it wasn't intense only for a second, but enough that you're like,
Jesus,
that would
kill them.
Yeah, that would scare the fuck out of you, man.
But you almost died.
Gasoline moves fast.
Yeah, fire. You can't fuck with fire.
It's no gasoline on it.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, Lord. And wood, old wood, just everything was just like, it just came at him so quick.
Oh God, and then the ghost of a rape. It's like there's a lot
God,
happening.
The ghost of a rape. Yeah.
A lot happening.
Little girl rape.
Oh,
crackhead little girl rape. I mean, all the things.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Checks all the boxes.
It checks all the terrible things boxes. Yeah.
So so they go, Cheddar's yelling, he's like, "Hey, Rabbit, I burned the house down." Ah. And then they're all watching it burn and they're like, the roof is on fire. They're yelling and screaming, and then the girl standing next to Rabbit and she's like, "It's almost beautiful, because it's just blazing, And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I used to want to live in a house like this when I was little." And then they start talking about some personal shit, and you start hearing the sirens getting closer and closer. And then she goes, "When you record your demo, I want to be there." And he looks at her and she's like, "You're going to be great. I got a feeling about you." And then she leaves, right? And he's kind of just smiling as the house burns down. So he comes home and his mom is yelling and cursing.
Right.
And she goes, And he goes, "What's going on?" He's like, "They're getting evicted from the trailer." Okay. And she goes, I can't let Greg find out about this. I can't let Greg find out about this. And then Eminem's like, fuck him. What do you care about him? She goes, well, we got 30 days to come up with the money. And then he looks at her, he goes, what do you mean we? And she goes, well, if you're going to live here, you're going to chip in, rabbit. And then he goes, man, why don't you get the money from Greg? And then she goes, no. She goes, I can't ask him about stuff like that because then he might leave me or something. And he goes, Mom, you can't keep living your life like this, you know? And he goes, you got to get a job. He goes, you know what? I'm at it. I'm going to work. And he looks at it and she goes, what's so great about your life, rabbit? He's looking at her. And he goes, you know, Wink says he's working on getting me a deal. I'm about to do a demo. And he's getting in the stuff and he's about to leave. And she goes, yeah, right. And then he slams the door, he leaves.
Good mom.
So cleaning out my closet makes a little sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm starting to really get it.
So at work, he's just freestyling to himself while he's doing the work stuff. And then the Manny guy, his boss, is just staring him down. And then he looks at the other old guy that he's working with and he goes, man, why does Manny always giving me shit? And then this old guy goes, you always give him reasons to. And then looks at him because he wasn't expecting him to say anything. And then he goes, and the old guy looks at him and goes, just do your work and shut the fuck up. Up, down. Like, because that's what they do. And then Eminem's kind of like, you can tell it hits him like, oh, yeah, I guess I could just shut the fuck up. And so,
God, factory work.
Dude. So on his lunch break, his ex walks up, the Janine girl.
Is it crazy that at one point, like, their up-down guy could, like, raise a family and have a house?
Yep.
Not wild.
And now it's just like a
Now it's just like
welfare. It's like it was because that's what the guy was making fun of him in the beginning. Like, he was telling him how it's like a job for like ex-cons and welfare moms and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a real job. Like, you just like, it's like, man, that used to be a real job.
That used to be a real job that you could have a family.
Yep.
And send a kid to college.
You also would kind of maybe go clinically insane, but we'll get into that later.
Well, I mean, it's life, really.
And
down. Benefits.
So, in the on his lunch break, his ex comes up, right? And she's like, you know, why haven't you called? And she's like, yo, you got to get out of here. You can't be doing this at my job. And she's like, I'm your girlfriend. He's like, no, you're not. We broke up. And she goes, why'd you leave me? Tell me why you left. He goes, I left you the car, didn't you? You know? And he was like, is that just because I said I was pregnant? He was like, oh, Jenny, you got to get the fuck out of here. My boss can't see this shit. And then she goes, what are you leaving me for? What are you running from? And he goes, nothing. Will you just leave? And then she turns and she leaves and then she stops. She goes, you know everyone's calling you a loser? He goes, what? She goes, yeah, everyone. They're talking about how you choked at the fucking shelter the other night. And they're calling you a loser. And he's like, get the fuck out of here, Janine. And then she turns, she leaves, and she's laughing. And then he turns around, and his boss is just staring at him. And he goes, what the fuck was that, Smith? And then Eminem's like, look, it wasn't my... It won't happen again, and I'm sorry. And he's like, good. Don't bring that shit around here, all right? And he walks off. And Eminem just puts his head down. You know what I mean? Like,
you ate it. You had to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's also that old guy who was just like, dude, just shut. Sometimes.
Shut up. Sometimes you gotta shut up.
Just shut up and just be like, my bad, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. I can't explain.
Yeah, I can't. It's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so they're in the car, right? And they're driving. It's him and all his boys later that day. And he's just pissed. He's just driving. And they're arguing. They're all his future and all the boys. And they're arguing over who's better between Tupac and Biggie. You know what I mean? Just big argument. They're just going back and forth. It's a great argument, too.
Yeah,
they're just going back and forth.
argument.
You know, and they're just fucking in. He's in the car and he's driving. And then he sees just the free world guys hanging out.
Right.
Like in a grocery, outside a convenience store. He drives, he sees him, and then he fucking flips the car around. You know what I mean? And then parks, hops out, and just starts beelining walking towards him. He's fucking pissed. You know what I mean? And then they're all like, whoa, rabbit. And then they all get behind him. They're like, yo. And then Cheddar's like, we got your back, rabbit. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, oh, shit.
It's happening.
Then, and he's just fucking beelining towards. And then all the free world guys kind of looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing? Because you see him from a distance just walking, you know? Yeah. And they're looking at him. And then finally gets close enough and Papa Doc's like, oh, what's up, little bitch? You want to do something? You know what I mean? What you want to do? And then right then another guy walks, steps in front of Papa Doc. And then Eminem, bam, just knocks him. No, just straight up, boom. Just like that scene from Good Will Hunting, that kind of fight where it's just like, whoa. And then brawl, full brawl. Just again. Well, the other one got broke up really quick. This one, a brawl. This one goes. Okay. This is a brawl. So, I mean, bro, they're hitting Eminem. Eminem's fighting people. You know what I mean? The big dude has to run. He body slams a guy. Mekhi Phifer body slams a guy. I mean, just full brawl breaks out. You know what I'm saying? The Wink guy's with him. He's just trying to break shit. He's trying to like break stuff up. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? He's like, be rapid, be cool, come on. And then right then, everything, all this is chaos is happening here. Pow! Gunshot. Everybody stops. Everybody turns. It's Cheddar Bob. He goes, he's all scared. He's like, you want to fuck with us? Huh? You want to fuck with us? Huh? And then they're like, Eminem's like, Cheddar, the fuck are you doing? He goes, what? I gotta, what do you, he's like, what? And then he goes, where'd you get that? He's like, it's my mom's. And it's like this old school kind of gun. And then he goes, man, why do you have that shit? And he goes, Papa Doc had one. And they go, man, put that shit away before you kill somebody, man. And he's like, all right. And he puts it away. Pow! Oh! Falls. The free world guys are like, oh shit! They all get in their car. They leave.
Yeah.
And then all his friends are looking at each other about because he's just like bleeding out, laying on the ground. They're like, what the fuck? And they cut to they're all in the car now driving to the hospital.
Right.
You know, just everyone's in the car yelling at each other like, you need to just drive, man, just drive, go. Oh shit! And then they're all yelling at Wink, why were you with them? He's like, man, what were you doing? Why are you fighting them? Blah blah blah. And then right then during all this case, they're yelling at each other. Cheddar goes, MC Bob. And then Eminem goes, what? He goes, I want to be called MC Bob. And then Eminem's like, what about Cheddar Bob? I thought you liked Cheddar Bob. MC Bob. And he's like, okay, MC Bob. So get to the hospital. It cuts to that night, right? They're all outside talking, and Wink's talking all this shit about he's getting the demo for Rabbit and all this stuff to the other guys. Right. Rabbit comes out, and he tells them how, like, it nearly hit missed the artery, but, you know, or something like that, but he's going to be okay. You know what I mean? He's gonna make it. And they're like, damn. And then right then Future walks up and they're like, where? He's pissed. And they're like, where are you? He's like, man, I was praying. And then he starts listening to the Wink guy and he keeps talking more. And then as they're walking to the car and Future just looks so pissed, right? And then he just goes, at a certain point, he goes, man, why y'all listening to this clown? And then the guy goes, what'd you say? Wink goes, what? And he goes, man, you heard me. You're a fucking clown, dog. And he goes, man, what do you mean? Because I'm making moves? And he goes, what? And then and the Future goes, oh, making moves. And he brings up like all these other things. Like, you know, like, oh, what about the time you said you were Dr. Dre's cousin? Or what about the time you said that you this? And what about the time that you said that you were going to get in with all these executives and managers? And then the Wink guy says, man, shut the fuck up. Because everybody's kind of laughing at him. Right. You know? He goes, well, you mad at me because I'm trying to make moves? And you're stuck hosting fucking rap battles? You know? And then he goes, you stuck hosting like fucking rap battles? And then blah, blah, blah. And then right then like Future goes, motherfucker, and he tries to fight him like in the car. And then Eminem breaks it up. He's like, God damn, you fucking idiots. Cheddar's in the hospital right now. Shut up. And y'all arguing over this shit? What the fuck? And he gets out the car right and he leaves.
A little bit of your fault, Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem's mad. He's just mad though. He's so mad at the world.
Yeah.
He's so mad, bro. And then, which I love, his intensity in this is so great. Because he just doesn't, I don't know if he's mad, but it's like, damn, you believe him. Like, this guy is fucking pissed, dude. He's fucking just walks off. And then they're all walking off, right? And then the big guy, the big friend goes, hey, man, don't worry about the car. Just leave it here. We'll just go home and I'll give you a ride to work in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then Eminem's like, whatever, cool. So he comes home and his mom is up, right? He's like, he walks in and his mom's awake. And he's like, hey, what's going on? She's like, oh, well, nothing. And he's like, what's wrong? And then they start bickering. And then she's trying to talk to him about her sex life. And then he's like, Mom, I don't want to hear this shit. And then he goes to his room and he's like, it's fine. It's just, he won't go down on me. He's like, Mom! And he slams the door. Right? So the next morning.
Way too much.
Dude. Next morning, the big homie's dropping him off, right? And they get in front of his job and it's really early in the morning. And he's like, hey, and that big guy, as you can tell, looks tired. And he goes, hey, Saul, you ever just say, fuck it, man? Realize you got to stop living up here and just start living down here? And the big guy looks at him. He's like, it's 7:30 in the morning, dog. He's like, yeah. And then he gets out the car, right? He's like, thank you, Mom, for the car and the ride. He's like, no problem, bro. And then he leaves, right? So he goes to work. Now he's in line for the lunch truck, okay? And right then, this woman starts just freestyling about how their job sucks. You know, this one, and she's just going off. She's like, man, nasty food. I'm in a nasty mood. Should have called in sick. I had some shit to do, right? She's just going off, right? And then it cuts to an exhibit is there in the circle, and he's laughing at her. And then he starts freestyling, and he just starts shitting on her. You know? He goes like, man, you need to get your food and take your ass back to work. You're stupid if you think these raggedy ass raps will work. And then he starts going off, and he goes, man, who wants some? I'm pumped up. I spit venom in every direction. Soak some up. Love that line, dude. That shit is, who wants some? I'm pumped up. I spit venom in every direction. Soak some up. fire, son. And
Exhibit was a big get during this time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, they're also probably boys. They came up the same era.
Yeah,
they had to be boys. Yeah. So he starts going off about like this fat guy, that's like standing there. He starts shitting on him, and then he goes, and take a look at Paul the fruitcake, and everybody starts laughing, and he starts ripping on this gay guy. I bet when you travel, you pack panties in your suitcase, and he starts just going off on him about being gay, right? And Eminem's just watching this, and he goes, not like he's just watching like this, and he goes, and he smiles, and he goes, and it's like a beat. There's like a beat where the guy stops rapping, and he goes, "Okay, folks, enough with the gay jokes, especially from a gay broke bitch yourself. A-Loke," right? And then the guy looks at him and he goes, "Man, your style's doo-doo. You've been working here longer than me, and I get paid more than you do." And everybody's like, "Oh," like, because he like starts slow, right? And then he goes, "Man, check this out. Yo, this guy cashed his whole check. Bought one ho-ho." He like holds up his ho-ho, and everybody's like, "Oh," And then he goes, "Man, shut up, maggot. You couldn't hack it. Paul's gay, but you're a faggot."
Ooh.
Dude.
Ooh, what a line.
Everybody's like, "Ooh," and he goes, "At least he admits it. Don't even risk it." And then he's like, "At least he admits it. You don't risk it." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, and then he starts shitting about how he's like, "You've been working out this plant so long. You're a plant. And goddamn, look at your boots. For Christ's sakes, they're starting to grow roots." He's like, "Oh," just going crazy, right? And then he goes, "And why you fucking with the gay guy, G? When you the one with the HIV. And we're like, "Ooh,"
Yeah.
And he goes, and he looks at everybody and goes, "Man, I'm done with this clown. He's soft." And then he grabs the girl and pulls her back in. "I'm gonna let homegirl finish you off." And everybody's like, "Oh," and daps him up. And then the homegirl's like, "You fucking faggot ass nigga, you never get a real woman, bitch ass nigga." Like his camera's like, but you hear her going, and the crowd's just like, "Ah," like because he just, and then he walked, and then the girl, and the Brittany Murphy girl was watching the whole time, like you know what I mean? And so he walks off, and she comes up to him. And then she goes, "Are you looking for your bro?" And she goes, "I was." And he looks at her, he goes, "Man, you want to do something tonight?" And she goes, "Why don't you take me somewhere now?" And he smiled, and they take off into the factory, right? So he's taking her all through the kits and corners and all this shit, nigga. And then, bro, they fuck. And I mean, when you see this scene, you're gonna be like,
"Oh, they're fucking.
They fucking."
Oh.
Bro, this is how the scene starts. He's making out, grabbing, he rips her shirt up, he's playing with her breasts a little bit, and then he takes off, you see him take his pants off, you see her take her panties off, and then like they're standing there, and then you see her lift that leg up and put it on one of the factory things, and then she goes,
"Oh, Jesus.
Dude!"
Jesus.
And then he's like, and then just full on, like for a while.
Oh, wow, that got really graphic.
Dude.
Here.
And he, for a while, and then he blasts inside of her.
Nice.
And call it a day, baby.
Nice.
And then she's like giggling. And then she's like, "You were so good out there at that lunch truck." And he's like, "Oh, thanks."
That lunch truck sex.
But he was talking about the rap.
I know.
Oh, yeah. And then she's like, "You're going to get a deal so soon. I know it." And he's like, "Thank you." And she goes, "My friends think you're crazy." And he goes, "Your friends don't fucking know me." And he's like, just damn, bro. And she's just looking at him like, Jesus,
Yeah, relax. You just had sex. How are you this amped?
You just came, dude.
Yeah, dude. How are you not feeling a little good about yourself right now?
So cut to Rabbit is knocking on Cheddar's door, right, with all the friends behind him. And knocking. Nobody's answering. And then they're talking outside about how the conscious guy's like, "This is how we need to get. This is why we need to get a deal, because we need to get healthcare, blah blah blah, and all this shit." And the other guy's like, "Man, fuck healthcare. We need Bentleys and Benzes. That's what we need." And then the future guy's like, "No, we need to get 313 on the map." And then Eminem's just like, "Shut the fuck up, man. That's all we ever talk about. Oh, we need to get Bentleys and rides. Oh no, we need to save up for healthcare. Oh no, we need to get a real song on the radio for 313. Man, all of us fucking live at home with our moms and we don't do shit." And then he's looking at them, they're like, "Man, shut the fuck up." And they all start shitting on him, right?
Yeah. You're just
and then he kind of smiles.
afraid to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, "Dude, at least we're the ones pushing you, dude." You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has good friends.
And so they all kind of like, they give him shit, and then the friends all pull off. And as he's about to leave, he looks up and he notices the curtain kind of go, and he goes, and he sneaks around the back of the house and comes in. And he goes, "Hey, Cheddar, why don't you open the door, man?" And then Cheddar Bow's like this. He's like, "I know you're not asleep, dog. I just saw the window move." And then he's like, "I just didn't want y'all coming in." He goes, "Why didn't you want us coming in?" He goes, "Man, I just didn't want you." I just didn't want you guys making fun of me, man. And he's like, seriously, Eminem looks at him. He's like, you know what I mean, Rabbit? And he's like, I know what you mean. MC Bob. He daps him up, and he's like, he said, because you can just see it like, oh man, it's because the cheddar guy did look nervous. It was like, man, I don't
need this right now.
Like, dude, please. I know I shot myself.
Yeah.
Like, God, man.
There's plenty of times to make jokes about it.
And I know you guys are gonna make fun of me forever. Can I just have today?
Just give me today.
I know you feel that. Just like, bro, just today. Back up. You know? And so Rabbit, right then, he comes home, right? And when he gets home, Wink, his friend Wink, is sitting with the Alex girl with his mom and Lily.
Right.
And he opens the trailer door and he's like, and his eyes get big and he's like, what the fuck? And then everybody goes, hey, Rabbit. And then the Alex girl's like, you call him Rabbit too? And then the mom's like, I came up with the nickname because when he was a baby, he looked like a cute little rabbit, right, Lily? And the Lily girl's laughing. They're like, yeah. And then the Alex girl kind of like, and then the Wink guy's like that. And then Rabbit's, he slams the door and he goes back outside, just starts walking, right? He walks far away, bro. And shows him, and he's fucking hitting the fucking side of another trailer. And he's just like that. And then finally the Wink guy comes up. He's like, yo, bro, I got some good news. And he grabs him, throws him on the trailer. You brought her to my fucking mom's? And then the Wink guy's like, dude, she likes you. She said she wanted to pick you up. I had her, we were in the car from her modeling thing, and she just wanted to pick you up. I'm sorry, what was I supposed to do? And then he's like, look, man, I got good news, all right? You know, the people, I talked to you at the radio station, I brought up your name, and they want to hear from you, man. They just want to know if you can get your stuff, a demo together in like a couple of days. Do you think you could do it? And then I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He's like, it's all good, man. You know?
Jeez, this guy.
Dude, he's not fucking around.
This guy's mad. This is a mad guy.
So he goes, I'm sorry. And he goes, it's all good. And then he goes, and then the Wink guy's like, look, man, it's your time, all right? It's your time. You're next. And he leaves. So right then the girl walks up and she's kind of all nervous. And she goes, hey. And he goes, you know, I don't live here. And she's like, why you take off? And he goes, and she goes, you don't have to be embarrassed. And he goes, I'm not embarrassed. I don't live here. And then he's like, you know, so what's up with you and Wink? What are you guys working on? And she goes, he's helping me get my book together for the modeling thing. You know, same way he's helping you with the demo. And then he goes, yeah. And he goes, and she goes, well, what are you going to do tonight? He goes, I'm just staying home. I'm just going to work on songs for the demo. And she's like, okay. And then she leaves, right? So you hear the classic beat. Dun, 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 dun. And he's in his room. Dun, 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 dun,
we will lead that song. I just completely don't know what Eminem's about.
I just start telling you about Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. We
That'd be amazing, bro. If I did it smoothly too, like we're like, whoa, like into that part of the movie too.
This episode is a big 3 hours long.
Smooth transition. So he, you know, you hear that, and then you hear him, and he's in the room, and he's writing. He goes, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but it's like him writing. It's just like this, and he goes, keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. Opens mouth, words won't come out. Clock runs out. Lose yourself, you know. He's just like, you know, and he's looking at the Lily girl, and he's just like, dun, 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 lose yourself. And it's so, because it sounds like what, like maybe an original version of this song. You know what I mean? Like how when he was putting it together, like a joke when it's getting made. You know, so cool. And so, the next morning when he wakes up, he's waking up. The Michael Shannon dude's right in his face, and I'm like right in his fucking face. He's like, what the fuck? He goes, you know your mom's getting evicted? And then Eminem's like looking at him, and he goes, says right here, tenant must vacate due to non-payment of rent. And he's like, you know about this? And then right then the mom comes out, and then she goes, hey, it's okay, honey. But he's like yelling about getting evicted, you fucking liar. And then he's like, hey, man. Eminem jumps up, he's like, hey, man. Like, relax, you know? And then she goes, it's okay, Eminem, it's okay, Rabbit. She goes, honey, it's fine, you know, we'll get through this. She goes up to like rub his chest, and he goes, get the fuck off me, bitch. And he throws her like across the table. And then everyone goes, what the fuck, man? And he fucking grabs him, and then he pushes the shit at him, you know, and he goes, don't touch my fucking mother, man. You out of your fucking mind? You know what I mean? And then the guy goes, I'm out of here. Can't go out with someone like you. And he goes, Mom, don't be with, why you letting him talk to you like this? She goes, Rabbit, it's okay. Don't touch him, Rabbit, it's okay. And he goes, with your fucking 2 homeless kids. And Rabbit goes, mother, and just starts beating the shit out this nigga, bro.
He deserves it.
beating his ass. So the Lily girl's screaming. The mom's like, Rabbit, Rabbit. He's fucking laying into him. Finally, the mom gets him pulled off, right? So Rabbit stands up. He's looking at him. And then Michael Shannon, he gets up. And then he charges at Eminem again. And then Eminem really beats his ass. Just boom, bow, bow, bow. And Lily's like, Rabbit, Rabbit, bow, bow. And then finally he gets him off. And then the fucking Michael Shannon gets up and he fucking leaves. And then he looks over at Lily. And she's just like, And he's like, Lily, baby, Lily, I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. And then she doesn't want to come to him at first. He's like, Lily, come here. It's me. Come here. And then he grabs her and he just holds on to her for a while. You know what I mean? So, cut to Rabbit is driving up to Wink's place. Right, where they had the house party earlier. Right. And then he goes in and Wink's like, hey man, would you mind taking Alex tomorrow to get her modeling pictures done? She needs a ride. And I set it all up for her, but she needs a ride. He goes, yeah, I got it, no problem. And then right then Wink goes, hey, I heard you're battling tomorrow. And Eminem goes, what? He goes, yeah, someone said Future signed you up at the shelter. You're battling, right? And then right then you hear, Eminem's like, he's so mad. And then you hear all the boys coming in, right? And then they all come downstairs and they're all talking about something else. And then and Rabbit just looks pissed. He goes, hey, you signed me up to battle tomorrow? And then Future looks at him. And he's like, look. And he starts talking. He's like, don't play fucking dumb with me, man. Did you sign me up to battle? And he goes, Jimmy, you know Papa Doc won last week. You got to take his title, man. You got to put 313. I don't give a fuck, man. You ain't my fucking father. And he gets right in his face. He goes, I told you not to sign me fucking up. And he pushes the shit out of him. And then Future's like, and all the friends are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? And then he goes, and then Future's like, what? Hold on. You going to fight me now? Huh? You going to fight me? And he goes, you ain't the Future of shit, bitch. You're just David fucking Porter. And he gets right in his face. And then Future's like, and then the other big dude's like, yo, fellas, come on, man. Come on, guys. We don't need this. You know? And then Future's like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Do what you want to do. Because I don't give a shit anymore. And then he just leaves. And then Eminem's just, you know what I mean? All the friends are like, just like, Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. So mad at everything.
So mad, dude.
Just relax.
That's where all the good artistry comes from. Like, you're just like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's where the bars come from.
Well, when even coming can't calm you down, you have to be an artist.
You got to be an artist. Straight, hey, when coming doesn't calm you down,
you got to be an artist.
You're probably good.
There's a lot of pain in there somewhere. Even after coming, you're like, oh,
everything's not enough.
Yeah. I never feel good. Yeah, it's weird.
Then go write some raps, dude. You're probably really good at it.
Yeah.
So Wink right then asks Rabbit if he can come to the radio station tonight. Like radio station after the shoot where they take her home. Mm-hmm. So they cut to they're all in the car, right? And they're driving to the girl. And then they picking the girl up from the shoot. Right. And they're in the car and they're talking business. And Wink and the girl are talking about how the shoot went and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then they drop her off. And then Rabbit like gets out the car with her and he asks like, hey, do you want me to come up? And then she's like, no, it's okay. And then she goes up and stays, right? By herself. So Rabbit pulls up back home. And the mom is just laying drunk on the porch. Just laying on the porch drunk. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then he's like, and then he's get up and he picks her up and he grabs her and she's like, Greg left me. He left me. And then she falls in the house. Poof. And then Lily's just like watching TV, but she's looking at her mom. She's like, I feel it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then she's like, hey, baby, you know? And she looks up at Eminem and she's like, you know, his check came in. Now he's got money. He can't be with somebody like me anymore. And he takes her to the room and he puts her in the bed and she's like, no, I can't be here. I got to go to bingo. No, I got to go to bingo. And then she goes, maybe he'll be there. And he's like, no, Mom, you're not going anywhere. She's like, no, you get up. You ruined it. It's your fault. You ruined it. And then she's like, it's your fault. Where are we going to live? Who's going to take care of me? Who's going to take care of me? What am I going to do? And then he goes, what about you? Why do you got to be like this? Huh? Why do you gotta be like this? He's like, what did me and Lily ever do to you? Why can't you just be a fucking mom? You know what I'm saying? Just, bro.
It's a healthy relationship.
And she's like, get the fuck out. She's like, get the fuck out of my house. You get the fuck out. She's just yelling. And he goes and he grabs Lily. He's like, come on, baby, get your coat. And she gets her jacket. She's just yelling and he takes her next door, right, to the neighbor. Yeah. So then he leaves, right? And he's in his car and he's deciding whether to go into the station or not. You can tell he's nervous as fuck, the radio station. Yeah. He's nervous. And then he walks in and he asks for Wink. And they go, oh, the lady goes, oh, he's down in Studio B somewhere. He goes, okay. And then he goes down and he hears the radio guy interviewing the rapper that Wink was talking about, the one that he helped, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking and he peeks his like head kind of like near, like not in, but just like he's looking in the glass and he's just listening. And they're talking about like how he got out of Mickey D's and blah blah blah, and he's rapping now, you know. And Eminem's kind of like just like not smiling, but just like oh that's dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he keeps walking, he's looking for Studio B, and then he looks through another door, and then he sees people fucking. He's like oh, and then he looks a little closer, and then he sees it's Alex, and then he busts in the room and he goes hey, and it's the Wink, and he's fucking the shit out of her. And she's like, you know, like
into it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it wasn't rape.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, I had a feeling that Wink was fucking her. Of course. He's really just driving around to all her modeling stuff?
Well, getting other people to drive around. He didn't have a car.
Yeah. Ugh. That sucks. That sucks.
So he busts in, bro, and he fucks this nigga up.
Yeah, well, that I saw that one coming. Be wild if he had a calm discussion about it.
And he's just throwing him around. He's beating his ass. And then she's like, stop. And then they cut, like, they show, because you know they're in a radio station. So they show next door is the interview that's happening. But they're in a soundproof room. So if they just would have looked to the right, they would see this crazy. They also would have seen fucking like, but they're just but you can see that this is like huge. And he's just beating the shit out of Wink, and he's beating his ass to the point. And she's like, Jimmy, stop. And then finally, like the Wink guy's just like can't even like block anymore. He's just like, and he's about to hit him again, and he stops, and he's like, and he looks up at the girl, and she's just like, and then he's like, and then he drops him, and he just walks outside. Right? So he's driving and he pulls up to his ex's house. And he looks up at the window and he's looking at his ex through the window. And it's the Janine girl. Mm-hmm. And she's just like eating something and just like watching TV. And he's looking at her for a minute. And then he drives off.
Okay? Classic almost knock scene.
Mm-hmm. So he picks Lily up from the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking her. She's asleep. And he's like, you have a good time? She's like, yeah. And then he's walking home or walking her back across the street. And as he does, the Free World truck starts pulling up. He sees it. He sets her down. He's like, Lily, I need you to go inside right now and lock the door. She's like, what? Lily, go inside right now, lock the door. And then the guys get out the car, and then she runs up to the thing, and she stops and looks at him. He goes, go, lock the door. And then she goes inside, she locks the door, she looks out the window, right? So all the Free World guys get out, and they all surround him, and the Wink guy's with him, and he's holding like ice to his bloody face. You know what I mean? And then they're looking at him. And then the Papa Doc guy goes, you ready for this ass whooping though? Like, it is a cold, I'm just like, He said it with a smile too, like, you know what's up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You were like, ooh, that's scary. That's scary. But he doesn't break. Eminem just looks at him. You know what I mean? And then they all surround him, right? And then he's looking at Wink, who's behind him, right? And then one of the guys goes, you know, Wink said you lived at a trailer with your mom. And they all laugh. Like, we didn't even believe that shit. And then they push him down, right? And then they go, get up, Elvis. Get up, you little bitch. Get up and fight. And then he gets up real slow, and he just stares him down again. And then they go, and they look at him, and they go, you motherfucker. And then they just start beating the shit out of him, right? They start kicking his ass, just kicking the shit out of him. And they throw him, and then the Lily girl's just screaming from the house, you know? And then they're beating this nigga's ass, dog. And then they put him up on a car, and they're just choking the shit out of him. And they're choking him. And then they beat him up a little bit more, and then they hold him down. He's just fucking like, and then they hold him down. And then they hold him up and they go, Papa Doc goes, come on, Wink, you know, get some. And then Wink's holding it. He's kind of like, he's like nervous first. And then he fucking knees him. Bow! Like right in the face. Boom! You know what I mean? And and then they kick him more. Pow, pow, just kicking the shit out of him, bro. You know what I mean? And then right then they hold him up and then Papa Doc holds a gun to his face. And he goes, I could end your shit right now. And no one would give a fuck about you. And then Eminem's like, you know, just broken. A broken man, bro. You know what I mean? You like almost believing it. Like, damn, bro, who would care? You know? Yeah. And then right then the Wink guy runs up. He's like, no. Don't do this. Come on. He's done. He's had enough. Come on, please, he's done. And you can tell he looks already remorseful. You know what I mean? He's like, please, come on. I don't want any more of this. Come on, let's go. And then they just all leave, right? And then Rabbit just like lays down. So now, cut to, he's just sitting. He's beat up on the steps, right? And he's just sitting there like this, just thinking, right? And then his mom walks home. And then she's like, Jesus. And she has a grocery bag. She's like, what happened to you? He's like, I fell. You fell. Yeah, I fell. She smiles. She goes, okay. Well, come on inside. I'll make you something to eat. He goes,
his sister just watched all of that.
yeah,
Look.
dude. He goes, what? She goes, come on. I'm your mother. I'll make you something to eat. And then she's like, okay. And then she starts like emptying the grocery bags. And he goes, I thought you, he sits down in the house. He's like, I thought you wanted me out. And she goes, you want fucking pancakes or not? He's like, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And then she goes, he goes, well, what got, he's like, well, what got into you? And she goes, nothing. I just went to bingo and I won. He goes, what? She goes, I won $3,200. And then she holds up all the money. And he's like, oh, you're kidding me. And she goes, our luck's finally changing around here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And she goes, did you mean what you said about with that demo with Wink? And then he goes, no. And he thinks, and he goes, I'm going to do it on my own. And she goes, you know, Rabbit, I think that's the best way to do it. And he smiles. And so at work, Rabbit he's back to work, right? And he's staring at the clock. And then this boss guy walks up. He's like, hey, Smith. And then he goes, you all right? And then he's all beat up and shit. He's like, I fell down some steps. He goes, okay. He goes, hey, you've been doing better here. So you still want those extra shifts? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, I need you to work tonight. And he goes, tonight? He goes, I'm a man short. That a problem? He goes, no problem. He goes, good. Get back to work. And he goes, hey, Manny. And the Manny guy stops. Thanks, man. And the Manny's like, and then he leaves, right? So on break, Rabbit's taking a break, right? And he's talking to the gay guy, the Paul guy who he's rapped about. They're just like talking, right? And he goes, what you still doing here? And then the gay guy's like, oh man, I'm just waiting on my slow ass ride. He goes, what about you? He's like, oh, someone called in sick, so I'm getting some extra, extra hours. He goes, oh, that's dope. And then right then they look up and they see the Alex girl standing up there kind of looking at him. And then the gay guy's like, she ain't waiting for me. And he smiles. He goes, I'll be right back. And he goes up to her. He goes, what do you want? She goes, I just want to say goodbye. I'm going to New York. And he's like, all right. And she goes, can I give you a ride or something? And then he goes, no, I'm cool. Working overtime tonight. Saving up for studio time. And she's like, oh, that's good. Good for you. I was hoping to see you at the shelter tonight. That's where I'm headed. And then he was like, he doesn't say anything. And she goes, but if you're too afraid, he goes, I'm not afraid of them guys, all right? And she goes, all right. I didn't say you were. Sorry. Bye. And then they leave, right? So he comes back to the Paul dude, and he looks at him. He's sitting there, and he goes, hey, Paul, you mind covering me for a couple hours, man? And the Paul's like, yeah, man, I got you. He's like, bro.
Paul, chill dude.
Yeah, he's like, bro, I owe you one. Paul, he also defended the shit out of Paul in that rap battle. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Which I'm sure Paul was like, yeah, man, fuck that guy. I was just sitting here eating lunch. I'm like, why are you shitting on me, man? For being gay. What? So he fucking, shows Rabbit, he runs to the shelter. All right? Mm-hmm. Runs to the shelter. Cheddar and the boys are outside, and they're like, Rabbit, Rabbit, wait up, what are you doing? And they all go up to him, and they tell him, like, yo, man, Wink's been talking crazy shit here, and all the free world guys are here, and they're just talking crazy shit about you. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. And then, are you going to fight him? And then Rabbit goes, man, fuck that. I'm going to battle him. And then they're like, oh, shit, for real? And they look shocked. And he's like, y'all coming with me or not? And then they all head backstage, right? And they're all like, oh, fuck. So backstage, he's rapping. The two brothers are chilling, the big guy and the conscious guy, and then he are chilling over there. And then he's rapping to Cheddar. And he's like making fun of him. Like, not about just, he's kind of like rapping, And he's like, next gun, pull it slow and make sure you aim at the free world before you let it go,
Yeah.
Oh, Cheddar Bob. He's just kind of like making fun of like this. And then Cheddar like laughing, and Cheddar like looks pissed, and he turns. And then the free world guys are all standing there listening to him. Yeah. And then they all go, they all just start laughing at him, like, oh my God, that weak shit. Like, you're here again, motherfucker. Like, oh my God, they're just laughing. And then Rabbit's just looking at him. And then right then Future walks in. And then he stands on the side with like Rabbit, and he's looking at the free world guys. And then Papa Doc's like, man, fuck these guys. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And so Future and Rabbit are looking at each other. And like, man, you want to talk real quick? And then they go in the bathroom, right? And they talk, and then Future's like, Rabbit's like, hey, man, I just want to apologize. And then Future's like, don't do it. I ain't tripping. Just make sure you let these niggas feel it tonight. All right? You make sure you, and then he looks at him, he's like, man, flip the script on these motherfuckers. And then they shake and they hug. And then he's like, let's show him the night, bro. You gotta show him. The Rabbit looks in the mirror. He's like, let's do it. And now comes what I think to be the greatest movie ending of all time, possibly.
Okay. Nick Fury comes in. And I was like,
no, greatest actually movie ending. Like, right. I'm being dead fucking serious.
Yeah, okay. I'm excited. Is this the big rap battle?
I mean, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
No, I'll never. I'm serious. On some movie shit.
Okay.
On some movie shit. This is what I think to be one of the best endings. Up there with Rudy. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm not fucking around right now. I know you're like, no, I'm not. Hold on now. I have a real point here.
Right.
This is one of the best movie endings. I mean, the only thing I've seen a movie Whiplash comes close.
Okay.
Rudy comes close. A lot of movies come close. This is the best movie fucking ending. Where like what it's everything the movie built up to this climax and and delivers. Rudy, Whiplash, a couple movies, you know what I mean? Like they were just like, damn, this is the pinnacle to me. So he motherfucking all right. So he's like, all right. Future's got the mic. How y'all feeling out there? He goes, next up, we got Lickety Split, which is one of the Free World guys.
Right.
Okay, he comes up. This is the first round, and it's the dude who got up on the car who been talking shit. That guy,
right.
talking shit all movie. All right. So they call him to the stage, and then they call B Rabbit to the stage. People start booing. Of course, he looks determined as fuck. He makes his way to the stage. Right. Takes him a while to get there. People don't want to let him through again. You know what I mean? So he gets up. The guy calls heads, and he wins. And the guy goes, "Man, I'll go first against this choke artist." Okay.
Yeah.
This beat drops. Future goes, all right, 45 seconds. Here we go, kick it. And he goes in, just on typical shit. He's a white guy. This ain't look at this hillbilly, but this ain't Willie Nelson music.
Mm-hmm.
And you get, he's like, I'm gonna get you drop so hard, Elvis will be turning in his grave. He's just like hitting him with like how white he is, right? And he's like, you need to take your white ass back across 8 Mile straight to the trailer parks, right? Crowd cheers, crowd goes crazy. And so Future goes, okay, good job. Hip hop 101, but good job. You know what I mean? I always like that he said that. Hip hop 101, but okay, good, you did it.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, B Rabbit, let this motherfucker feel it. 45 seconds, DJ. Eminem never broke face with this whole time. He's just been like, So the beat drops, and the guy leans in his ear, don't choke this time, right? Even wink. So Eminem he doesn't move, but his head just starts bobbing, right? And the crowd's kind of like, boo, oh boo, he's choking again. You know what I mean? Like all that shit, right? And then the wink guy looks up and he's like, he smiles of like, oh, I think he's about to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then which I love that, just like, oh shit, I think.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Yeah.
The world's about to know.
Yeah, and so this nigga says, people, he's choking, and then he fucking goes, man, and then Eminem just starts going, man, this whole crowd looks suspicious. It's all dudes in here, except for these bitches. And he points at all the free world guys, and everybody's like, oh! He goes, these leaders are the free world rookies. Looky, how can 6 dicks be pussies? Ah! And the crowd's like, oh, and you see Future like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah, we did it.
We got to do
did
it,
Yeah.
And then he goes, how can 6 dicks be pussies? And then he takes one of the lines that the guy said and flips it. So just takes I forgot what he just flips it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, he goes, yeah, they call me Rabbit, but this is a turtle race. And he goes, and I'm gonna turn around with a great smile. And then he moons him and he goes, and I'm gonna walk my white ass back across 8 Mile. And the crowd's like, whoa, shit, motherfucker. And the Future grabs the mic. He's like, oh, it's unanimous. It's unanimous. Yeah, because the crowd's just going crazy.
Yeah,
you know
wild.
what I mean?
He flipped the crowd.
I mean, also they all hate it.
Yeah.
They hate when they're like, oh, you suck. You're the guy who sucks.
Yeah.
Goes to they're going nuts, right? Like, oh, he moves on to the next round. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then they show everybody Papa Doc looks pissed as fuck. His friends are losing their shit. And he's walking out and everybody's giving him love. They're like, all right, we're gonna take a little intermission and do the next round.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. And he's walking out. And then they show the security guy who was giving him shit in the beginning of the movie. And he walks by him and the security goes, hey, yo. He turns, he's like, and he dabs on him. And Eminem's like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah. That's all I really wanted.
I did it.
Yeah. Niggas just want respect, bro. I think real artists, it's just like, bro.
You want the respect
Just
of your peers.
I want no more money. Just
You want to be able to walk into whatever building that you do your art in without getting hassled.
and people go.
Yeah,
and
you
they're
can go
excited.
wherever you want.
They're excited that that's what you want. It's just respect, bro.
Yeah.
So B Rabbit, they call him up to the next round, right?
Mhm.
And he wins the toss again. So he picks for the other guy to go first.
Yeah.
The guy's battling this time is Lotto. And
So same part of the other crew.
yeah, another free world guy. You've been seeing him the whole movie. He's the guy who's he's one of the guys beating the shit out of him, one of the guys talking shit. You know what I mean? So the Lotto guy takes his shirt off. He has just a muscle shirt on, but he's jacked. He's fucking ripped. You know what I mean? Right. Big dude. And then he goes, hum. And then, 45 seconds, DJ, spin that shit. And he goes, hum. And he has like a different rap cadence, which I kind of like because his was than everybody else. He's like, hum. I'll spit a racial slur, honky, sue me. This is a horror flick, but the black guy doesn't die in this movie. And the crowd's like, oh, you know what I mean? And he goes, fuck Lotto, call me your leader. I feel bad I gotta murder that dude from Leave It to Beaver. And the crowd goes nuts. Even Eminem's like, his face kind of breaks for a minute. Like, oh.
Yeah, that was a good line.
Yeah, dude. And then he goes off, he's just going off on him. And then he's like, well, all's well that ends okay, but I'll end this shit right here with the fuck you, but have a nice day. Crowd goes nuts like when he went the first round.
Right.
And then Future goes, oh, all right. Can't be mad. He goes, all right, Future goes, can't be mad at that, but settle down. Everybody, come on, settle down. Hey, give my man a chance, man. Because the crowd's just like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Because he ripped him. He did rip.
Right.
And so right then they go, all right, 45 seconds, you know what to do. He looks at Rabbit, DJ, spin that shit. The beat drops. Now Rabbit's staring him down again, right? This time, no booze. It is, and everyone's like, they showed, I love the whole crowd's like,
yeah, what's going on? What's he gonna say?
Yo, and because he's quiet for a long time, dude, like way too, but he doesn't break, and they're just like this, and then he goes, he just looks at him and he goes, Ward, I think you were a little hard on the Beaver. So who is that you have with you? Wally and Miss Cleaver? Boom! Crowd goes, they're like,
Leave It to Beaver references landing. Yeah.
Because that's what, rap battles expect. When you're hitting the record, like, oh!
Yeah. It's also like, wow, I've never really seen Leave It to Beaver, but I know those names.
Oh, yeah, I know all the names.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Weird.
Right?
So right then he goes, is that a tank top or a new bra? Look, everybody, Snoop Dogg got a fucking boob job. He goes, bro, I love this line. He goes, you need to go home and write some shit and make it suspenseful. He goes, something. Matter of fact, here's a pencil. I want you to go home, write some shit, make it suspenseful, and don't come back until something don't hit you. Fuck it. You can take this mic home with you. Fire, dude. Fire, dude. Fuck it. You can take this mic home with you. And then he goes, looking like a cyclone hit you. Tank top screaming, Lotto, I don't fit you.
That's good.
Dude. And then right then the time cuts because he didn't have that much time. And then he goes, man, fuck Lotto. He goes, man, fuck a Lotto. I'll get the 7 digits from your mother for $1 tomorrow. God! What the fuck? B-Rabbit! They're like, all right, we got to take this one to a vote. All right, who thinks Lotto? Okay. Who thinks B-Rabbit? Shit, that was man, that's a close to call. We're going to do this one more time. All right, Lotto. Okay. B-Rabbit. That's it. It's B-Rabbit. B-Rabbit goes to the finals. He's taking on Papa Doc. It's the championship round.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right then he goes to talk to his friend, like Rabbit. Everybody's like cheering him on. He's like, we're gonna take another intermission. And then Rabbit's like shaking hands with his friends. And then right then the guy goes, yeah. The lickety split guy's like, yeah. Well, Wink got more than 7 digits from your bitch. And the crowd goes, oh, you know what I mean? And then it shows Wink and then the girl, and they kind of just like they both look like bad, like fuck. You know what I mean? And then Rabbit's kind of looking at him. And then it's the Cheddar and all the other dudes. And they're like, man, fuck those free world guys, man. Fuck them. And he leans into the Conscious Brother guy and he goes, man, that Leave It to Beaver line almost killed me. And he goes, don't worry about it, dog. You flipped it on him. You flipped that shit. You got this. And they're like, yeah, you got this, Rabbit. This shit is over. They're like, yeah, that nigga ain't got no vocabulary. It's over. You finna kill this shit. And then Cheddar goes, yeah, but are you worried? And they all look at Cheddar, right? And Eminem goes, what? He goes, are you worried? And he goes, about what? Like about what he's gonna say. What do you mean? About Wink and the Alex chick fucking, and then them beating your ass, and then them giving you a black eye, and then and then like he goes and keeps saying something, and they go, shut up, Cheddar, shut up. And then Eminem's like, and then cut to, right? The crowd is now going nuts. Zoom in, the crowd's going nuts. Comes in on them. They're face to face, like UFC fighters. Nose to nose, dog. Just they don't break. And then Future's giving this big speech. He's like, I don't have to fucking explain how big of a deal this is. We at the goddamn shelter. We at the championship round. But goddamn it, y'all know what the fuck this is. This is make or break. This is what it is. This is why we here. Crowd's going nuts, bro. You know what I mean? They looking at each other. He goes, all right, being that Papa Doc is the reigning champ, you get to call it. Heads or tails? Heads. Flip. Heads. Let that bitch go first. Oh, whoa. A lot of hostility. Eminem doesn't break. He goes, all right. Being that it's the championship round, I'm going to give both these cats a minute and a half apiece. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. DJ, spin that shit. And the whole crowd's now like this. Crowd's ready, like, you know? And then Eminem's just staring at him, does not break, right? And then he fucking smiles. Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Ah, people just go nuts. Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up. Look. Now while he stands tough, notice that this man does not have his hands up. The free world's got him gassed up. Now who's afraid of the big bad wolf? 1, 2, 3 into the 4. 1 pop, 2 pop, 3 pop, 4. Your Pac, ye's Pac, your Pac, no. And he goes like 1 Pac, he's Pac, none. And he goes, man, this guy ain't no motherfucking MC. I know everything he's about to say against me. I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in a trailer with my mom. My boy Future isn't Uncle Tom. I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in the leg with his own gun. And I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps. And Wink did fuck my girl, but I'm still standing here screaming, fuck the free world. Oh! Don't you ever try to judge me, dude. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. But I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. Ah! And he's like, what's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster? His real name is Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a really good marriage. Woo! It's kind of scared. He said he's scared to look in his yearbook because you fuck Cranbrook. And then the beat stops and he goes, man, fuck a beat. I'll go a cappella. Fuck a Papa Doc, fuck a clock, fuck a trailer, fuck everybody. And fuck y'all if y'all doubt me. Cause I'm a piece of fucking white trash. I say that shit proudly. And fuck this battle. I don't even want to win. I'm outie. Man, here, tell these people something they don't know about me. Like, bro, crowd's going, people are just jumping. Like, what the fuck did we just see? Yeah. And the Future's like, oh, whoa. Yeah. Papa Doc, what you gonna do? DJ, spin that shit. Whole crowd, boom, what? And then Eminem just sitting there. What? And he's looking at the crowd. What? And he just doesn't breathe heavy. And then Eminem looks up, and then his eyes widen a little bit, and he's like, and he hands the mic back to the Future. We have a new champion! We have a new crowd's going. Everybody's like rushing the stage. Be ready! Fuck 3 World! 313! Fuck Free World! And everybody, fuck Free World! 313! Fuck Free World! 3! Be rabbit! And everybody's holding him up. And he's looking at the Brittany Murphy chick from across the room. And she's like smiling at him. And he kind of smiles and just goes. And she goes, like right back at him.
Yeah.
And so.
That's hype as shit.
Dude.
It was wild.
Wait till you see it. I can't even, because what I did does not give it justice. It's so good. So after the show, they walk out. Everyone's giving them love. Man, be right. Just dapping them up. You know what I mean? Everybody. Yeah. And then everybody, you know, this is my man, Future's like, this is my man right here. This is the man. We on our way, baby. About to get a deal, get all the bitches, get all the money. Oh, you know, we're going out. And then they're like, where, you know, they're leaving and they're all walking away, right? And they're like, and then they look at Rap and they're like, hey, where you going? He's like, I got to get back to work, man. And they go, work? Fuck work, man. We run this shit now. We the shit, baby. You ain't got to work no more. And the Future grabs him. He's like, hold on, guys. Let me pull him to the side. And like, what the fuck's going on? And he goes, look, man. Future's like, look, I've been thinking. I think now you should host these battles with me. You know, really get your name up. You know what I mean? Have everybody looking up to you, respecting you. You know, you're the new guy. You know what I mean? I think it'll really be good for you. And Eminem was like, man, I don't know, man. I think that's your thing, you know? He goes, come on, man. I'm telling you, this will be good. It'll help get 313 on the map, blah, blah, blah. And Eminem's like, man, you know, I think I just need to do my own thing, man. And he looks at him. He's like, you know what I mean? And Future's like, yeah, I think I do. And they hug. And then that beat kicks in, you know, and then everybody's like, it's literally he starts walking down the alley, and it's the same exact shot from the beginning of the movie. You know what I mean? And it's full circle, bro. And then they're like, "Peace out, rabbit." If you had one shot, one opportunity, and then he keeps walking, credits roll. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, 8 Mile, bro. Come on. Come on.
It's musical. That's great. The ending was dope.
I love this movie, man. Just a good
you got me
movie.
You got me at the end. That was well performed. Good
Thank
job.
you, buddy. 8 Mile, guys. Hope you had fun.
We'll
because I had
see
fun.
you next week.